Hi guys, Nick here. I transacted more than $200 million worth of properties over the last 5 years. And here are these three things I think is very important as someone who's going to start on their property journey search, right? Number one, the first thing you need to know is your financials. So you need to understand how much money it takes to buy a property and what is the financial timeline to buy a property. So I'll give you an example. So for private properties, you need 1% option, 4% to exercise, and the rest upon completion. And you need to factor in your buyer stamp duty as well. So you need to know how much money, how much cash you need, or how much CPF you need to complete your whole purchase. For HDB, it's $1,000 for the option, $4,000 for the exercise, and the rest also upon completion. So you need to make sure that you have these monies in place for timeline. And it's always good to do a bank loan or bank assessment for IPA or AIP approval in principle or in principle approval, just to understand how much money you can actually borrow from the bank. Because you do want to shortlist the correct properties to see so that what you're seeing is actually something that you can buy and you don't end up. For some people, they might just use an online calculator, they'll key in and they will see that, I think that this is the bank loan I can get, and then they go and find. But actually, end up you need to contact a mortgage banker or someone who works in a bank who will serve you, a private banker with a attached mortgage specialist to help you find out how much you can actually borrow from the bank. Because end of the day, it's not the calculator that will lend you the money. It is the banker, it's the bank and the banker who will approve the loan for you and get you the money that you want. So you don't end up searching for the wrong property and finding out. I option the unit. I have 1% on the table, but I realized that I cannot exercise because my bank loan doesn't go through. So you want to avoid that. All right. Number two, you need to make sure you know what are your options. So I give you an example. You done your bank loan, you have gotten the approval, you have made sure financials in place, you know that, oh, $2 million is something that I can buy. So a lot of people have a certain inclination to what what they want to buy. So like they might be thinking 2 million, I can probably buy a 2-bedder new launch, a 3-bedder new launch. But you need to understand the options available to you. I mean, maybe you can buy a very expensive HDB. You're not advised unless for own stay. You can buy a resale big 3-bedder, big 4-bedder. Can go for a new launch 2-bedder. So you need to know that which is the most suitable option for you or which options you have in place depending on your current situation in life, depending on what you plan to do in future. So for everyone, it's very different. There is no method or surefire like, oh, you must buy this 2-bedder because you know this and that, you can make how much money. Because for property, some might see it as an investment, as a tool. Some actually will see it as a home. So it's very different for different people depending on where they are brought up, where they used to stay, what is the purpose of it, like primary schools near their families or where they are very used to, right? So lastly, number three, you need to know your exit plan. Even though you might buy the house thinking that, oh, this is going to be my forever home, I want to stay here all the way of my life. But this is usually a very common first time buyer mistake because people actually move because of kids, because they take care of family, because they might have made a decent profit, they are looking at different things, their work life change. So it's always good to have an exit plan. And when it comes to exit plan, I always give my clients, my buyers, a few things to think about, like a mental exercise or litmus test, right? To put it that way. If I mean the best is you can exit once your SSD is over, which is 4 years now. Or you can think about, okay, if 4 years you cannot exit, are you able to stay here and hold the property for 5 to 8 years when the market is better? Are you able to hold and stay for 10 to 12 years? So these are the few mental exercises I do make them think about, especially before they enter into a property purchase, because it's going to be a very very expensive mistake if they find that, oh, I only want to hold for 4 years, and then they find out the market is not right for me to exit. I didn't make this amount of profit, then I don't really want to hold this property. It's a bit too small for me. Actually, this area is not where I really like. So you need to have these considerations in place before you go for it. So I think with all these three things in mind, it would definitely help you save up to 6 to 9 months of search if you really know what you're looking for. And I hope this helps you guys. All right, this is Mick here, signing off. Bye, guys.